We're live. Actually, play that theme tune from Michael Jordan. It's the Alan Partridge Parsons Project. It's quite cold. Is it cold here?
Yeah, but maybe it's good. It will get warm and warm up. Because if it's too warm, you're gonna fall asleep.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Jack, Daniel, Hannah, and Dave.
That's all we can play for the copyright.
Yeah, but just change the tune, like it's similar.
Tomorrow night, David McSavage performing in Frank's Bar and Bistro in... okay, go on, Daniel. Jack, okay, Jack. Hannah.
I think they're having fun. You don't. I think it's ridiculous. Well, let David advertise his show.
Well, it doesn't matter. Who cares? Thank you very much. Shout out to Jet Desmond, who got my two sons tickets to see the Gorillas yesterday night in the 3 Arena. You enjoyed the show, guys?
Yeah, it was really good.
Why didn't you talk into the mic?
Very good show. Gorillas are great. Godzillas, as Elizabeth was calling them.
Oh yeah, you went with Elizabeth.
She was calling them Godzillas. So I think that would have been a cool choice for a name. Godzillas instead of Gorillas.
Yeah.
But I mean, can we be like, I really love their old songs.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, but you can't just have old songs. They want to progress.
Yeah.
Invent new music and enjoy new music.
But the new music, Daniel, Jack, you didn't.
Well, no, it was good, but
I heard it's good.
The old music's so good. The older songs, like the bangers, the hits.
I like that. I know I went on about it before, but I saw Damon Albarn and Noel Gallagher on the Graham Norton show, and they were playing this really good song called "We've Got the Power." We've got the power to do that. And then there's this lovely bass line. It's such a good song. Thank you. But they didn't play it that night, Daniel.
No, they didn't. No. They played Feel Good Inc., Clint Eastwood,
Why do they call it Clint Eastwood?
I don't know.
Why do you think Oasis... I think it's funny. It was quite manufactured, the competitiveness between Blur and Oasis. I think it was in particular when Liam Gallagher was accepting an award and he was on stage and going, "Shite life, shite life," or something like that.
But wasn't that maybe for purpose of stirring controversy? And
it's funny though, somebody like Liam Gallagher, if he didn't have a Mancunian accent and he just talked like that, you know what I mean? He's just one of those lads from Dublin with a Mancunian accent, but with talent. So it just shows you that if you have loads of talent, you can,
I think talent
you can be
on its own, it's never enough. You have to do something with that talent.
Yeah, so there's lots of little Liam Gallaghers walking around going, "Yeah, fuck off."
Well, he's not from Dublin, David.
So I've been on tour. Me and my son Jack has not only been driving me everywhere. It's been a buffer zone between me and the public, and but Jack's been introducing me. So it does help a lot when Jack kind of gets the audience going at the start of the show. Mm-hmm. But we were driving this car, and there's something. It's a diesel car, and there's something wrong with the
DFS filter.
No, DPF.
Or as Hannah calls it, PDF.
DSPCA filter.
No, she was saying the PDF, and I was thinking
absolutely
PDF.
No.
Anyway, DPF is something.
The JPEG filter.
Diesel something filter, and the car was in limp mode. This diesel car, and there was a few moments like where I was going, "For fuck's sake!" Like, and Jack was like, "Shut the fuck up, will you? Do you want to drive? Get out then." It was like when I was a kid.
And apparently you did get out.
Yeah, I did get out. And then Jack was like, "Get back in."
You should have drive off, Jack.
No, Jack was like, "Are you embarrassed?"
Just give him a finger.
We were so angry with each other, and then... Or angry. I wasn't angry with Jack.
Instead of going to
But anyway,
mechanic.
we got to this night. We were in Lepp. It's a really nice part of the country in West Kerry. And we were staying in this Airbnb just outside of Lepp. Lovely lady called Marcella. But anyway, yeah, when me and Jack got to the Airbnb, we went to our bedrooms and just napped to recover from the trauma of
the emotional distress.
Yeah. But I must say, it is a very nice venue in Lepp, Connolly's of Lepp. It's quite an unusual stage set up, and they've got a really big venue at the back, a big sort of tent situation. Apparently, after the gig, somebody said, "Oh, Sharon Ní Bheoláin was there." You know, she's a Sharon Ní Bheoláin. She's a
Niviola. She's newsreader.
Newsreader. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Was she reading news in Lab? Oh, what?
So if you don't know it, Sharon Ní Bheoláin was an...
Ní Bheola.
Is she still a...
Alive?
Is she still reading the news?
Yeah, of course.
But there was some controversy a few years ago. She had a stalker or something, is that right?
Oh, I don't know. Well, what kind of controversies? It was a nuisance for her.
Yeah, for her. I mean, it was
Yeah.
not controversy.
It was funny. There was someone in Coachford we were talking to, and they were saying it was so amazing. We got to see Ray Darcy.
What do you mean?
Like they were like, you know, it's like I met Ray Darcy.
Where did they meet Ray Darcy?
I don't know.
Maybe he went there.
All I remembered was that they met Ray Darcy, and they were like, it was amazing.
It was amazing. We were all singing, you know, and then we were listening to Ray Darcy on the radio. It was gas crack.
They licked his head.
Maybe they're so remote and they don't move from Lab.
Oh yeah,
Maybe
well it was
they're
funny.
trapped.
We were staying in this place called Coachford, right? So we arrived to Coachford, and I swear to God, it's like a scene from any Western film that you would, you know, The Unforgiven or something. And it's just this one road, and you know, Coachford, and it's like, you know, tumbleweed. And then we walked into this place called Callahan's.
Yeah.
And there was this guy behind the bar. We walked in. Oh, hi, how you doing? And he's just... and you kind of looking around going, huh? And then, you know, we're staying in the Airbnb, you know, bringing in, you know, and he kind of looked at us and then just walked out.
He goes, I see where your rooms are. And then he went to the back.
Did he say that?
He said, like, I see where your rooms are. And then he went to the back and he never came back out.
Yeah, he said, I see we don't like strangers in this town. I see where your rooms are. And then I left.
David was freaking out.
I was going like, well, fuck that, you know, bullshit.
David said, I'm not fucking staying here.
I'm not fucking staying here. No, because I'm just thinking...
And then you just came back.
No, but I'm just thinking, like, I mean, I don't need that kind of, you know, country bullshit. You know, walking in and you man, don't like strangers. So then I went down to the venue, which was Paddy Mac's, run by this lovely lady called Aileen. And I was freaking out, and she was saying, don't worry, I'll look after that now. And then she called up to, you know, somebody who runs the place, and then they came down and said, no, it's grand, don't mind your man, he's I know, don't mind whoever he was. But yeah, anyway, so but Aileen, the lady that runs Paddy Mac's, yeah, just couldn't be lovelier. And then your friend John was down there, wasn't it? John, yeah, who you met him, you fancied him. He was at Sea Church. He used to run Sea Church, and he said "Boot" because he's from Kerry. And then Hannah just like shouted out "Boot" right in front of his face. Boot.
No, I couldn't help myself.
Yeah, well,
if
you could have.
Cork people,
it's
you
quite
start
it's
talking
quite
like
racist.
them.
Quite racist.
It's just like, you know, they spread the Corkiness, you know, onto you. It's like a virus.
And then the Sea Church gig didn't go that well because I was talking
Why
about.
not?
I was having a dig at Ballymaloo and Tim Allen and all the rumours. Why?
Yeah.
Well, Tim Allen, he's Rachel Allen's husband.
No,
yeah?
he's Dorina Allen's husband.
Oh, okay. Oh, and his son is Rachel Allen's husband.
Yeah, so there was loads of child abuse images found on a computer in this place. What was it, 2000 and whatever?
Very long, yeah.
2000 or something. And stop coughing, please. And then
Vaping.
stop vaping. Oh, is that? Are you coughing at the vaping?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
And this doesn't
Sorry.
stop you.
Okay, sorry, Jack. I'll stop. I'm genuinely sorry. I was taking the piss there. Stop it.
Daniel, do you want water?
Well, funnily enough, because when you were saying
Daniel?
Tim Allen, there's an American
Daniel?
Comedian.
and he's also had controversy.
Not around that stuff. But I can't think of anything more horrifying and disgusting than all that paedophilia stuff, right? So, but then, apparently there's rumours that, allegations that the father, it wasn't really on the father's computers. It was, the son's computer, and the father took the fall for the son or something like that. And it made no sense. Like if either of my sons had child abuse images.
You wouldn't take this. No.
Child abuse images, and they were caught. How would it come when we were going? We'd be in bits, right, Hannah? Number one, we'd be so shocked, and then
you would take the fault.
Yeah, but take the fall. Like, so you'd be marked for the rest of your life as some disgusting predator or something. And then, but anyway, I was talking about that, and also the fact that apparently this guy, Tim Allen, has been seen in the Ballymaloe place, teaching, like in 2025 or something. And so it's all a bit odd. And, as a comedian, you hold up a mirror to what's, around you. But anyway, it's certainly...
I hope
certainly,
you made it funny.
I don't think I did. No, definitely no. But anyway...
Well, they make some good relish.
Definitely.
But anyway, it's nothing to do with your heart goes out to Dorina Allen, and because it's nothing to do with her, but her
you
whole.
You never know.
Well, it's not. How would it?
Well, I mean,
maybe they knew.
It was 1,000 pictures.
Yeah,
it's quite hard to hide.
Absolutely shocking. So, but anyway, I don't know if it's anyway.
He had to serve 240 hours of community service and was fined €40,000.
Shocking as well, like how little they have do.
Yeah,
the sentences are so lenient.
I feel like they're kind of like the mafia in Cork or something, the Allens.
No,
a little bit, because it's funny though when you brought it up. Like at times, like especially in Ballycotton, people like just conversationally, people would be kind of like, "Oh, I don't know about that."
Well, I think maybe because we don't know the full story. Number one, number two. Also, you have to understand it was Dorina Allen's business, right? Mm-hmm. And I really think that she would have had nothing to do with it, and just this kind of horror story befalls on her, falls on her lap, and so people, I think,
are they still together?
People are. I don't fucking know, but people are empathetic, so they probably feel so. On the one hand, they feel very sorry for Dorina Allen, which is understandable, but the thing is, it's so horrifying, all that stuff. What the fuck? Anyway. Moving on. What are we talking about? Anyway, the gig didn't go well, suffice to say.
Well, did you die?
Yeah, a little bit.
How many people were at the gig?
Oh, it was full, wasn't it, Daniel? Jack?
Sea Church.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was full.
It's such a beautiful place.
Lep is a bit nicer, actually, I think.
Than Sea Church?
Yeah. I've never been to West.
Coachford was the best gig.
Yeah, Coachford's a nice place, so I like Coachford. Coachford's like real place.
Oh
real
yeah,
spot.
well you see that's the thing, yeah. Coachford, Paddy Max and Coachford. Coachford. But you'd have no expectations, but the people, well, you wouldn't. But actually it was nice sitting outside Paddy Max, sitting on that chairs and just watching the life go by in Coachford. And people are very friendly.
Yeah, and the weather was nice.
No, it was kind of shite. Yeah.
Okay.
It's been. I'm looking forward to the summertime. But anyway, that's the scandal, and so me and Jack had a few fallouts. But I was getting very frustrated with that car because it was.
Okay, so you claim that you can drive the car really well, and you've driven cars all your life, and you never thought about maybe I stop by the garage and check what's going on.
Okay, stop by the garage. We're on a dual carriageway, and we're heading to a gig, and we have to get there and get. We didn't have time. Hello.
And I feel like if we stop in Coachford and they see two Dublin fellas, they're like, "Oh, we're fucking take these lads for a spin." Like,
okay.
You need to know the garage a bit, don't you? Because you could get screwed over. pretty easily. Like,
Coachford car mechanics are notorious for ripping off Dublin people.
I think this is made up garage.
So where have you been?
Recently I've been to Vienna and Istanbul with my boyfriend, and
Jack, where's the sound effects?
okay.
I mean, you're off your game.
Well, what sound effect do you want me to put?
I don't know, but I mean, you've got
Follow your initiative.
initiative.
I don't know, but just let me do the sound effect when I do it.
Well, what do you? Yeah,
well, he chooses the sound effects.
I was thinking, I was watching Last One Laughing, the British version, the UK version of Last One Laughing, and it's, to me anyway, it's so much better than the Irish version. I don't think the production team understood fully the premise of Last One Laughing, or maybe it's only now becoming like.
What's the difference then?
Well, you see, like, so the premise is, you have to not laugh, but you have to, and at the same time try and make other people laugh. But the trying not to laugh is what's exciting about the show. And so, like, I was saying to the producers, like, I'm going to a hypnotist to help me stop laughing.
You did.
Yeah, but it was a stupid thing to do.
I know, I told you.
Did you?
Of course.
Right, so there's that, right? And then also...
It's just like also cheating. It's like changing your personality. It changes...
Well, Steve Collins did it when he was fighting Chris Eubanks. He went to a hypnotist.
Yeah, but like,
That's not cheating. You're not Steve Collins. And anyway,
in that game.
So and also it's important that the group, I've said this before, that whoever the group is that are a group of comedians, that they like each other. So I would have, if I was producing that, I would have got them all, a day before and gone on a bonding, to just get everybody to like each other.
But
okay, so that's number one.
But
okay.
maybe tension is good.
And then okay, forget it. Doesn't matter. Okay. Jack, what are you looking at?
The sound effects.
I'm not afraid of silence.
Me neither. But like you had some thought you wanted to verbalize, and I'm just only challenging that,
Okay.
Do they really need to like each other?
When you're taking the piss out of somebody,
you're
taking the piss out of somebody or slagging them off, it's great to start off with, Hannah, I love you, and then go for the kill, because it's much more enjoyable. It's much more easy. If you're actually genuinely angry with someone, it's very hard to be light and loosey-goosey and jazzy. So if there is tension, the way, like, a sign of affection, our love language in Ireland is taking the piss out of each other. But you have to like the person to be able to do it. That's for me anyway. That's
the only time it works. It doesn't. It's not necessary.
Yeah, but if you were getting
into, behave like this.
If you were sitting across from Jesus, you'd find a way to something about him that you didn't like.
It's my own son.
Yeah. So, like, how is it, guaranteed that you go for one bonding day and you like each other? You might start dislike each other even more.
What are there's some movies where the leading actor and actress have haven't liked each other, but that's caused like a creative tension that created good sparks for the movie. For
the sex scenes.
I'm pretty sure there's some things like that.
Yeah, but actually there are some movies, remember movies where the lead actors,
and also
they didn't like each other, but you wouldn't see it.
And also they made a big business about the comedians not knowing what comedian was going to come through the door. It doesn't matter a fuck. It makes that's not a thing that's worth tuning in for. Let's see how the other comedians react when this. You can just tell them, just pretend it's a surprise, and that'll be fine, But I think the comedians should, in that Last One Laughing, the premise of the thing, the comedians should all know each other, know who's coming in. They should all like each other, or at least respect each other, and then it makes for a much more fun and piss takey, and everybody, because people don't shut down then. That fucker doesn't. I don't like him. She doesn't.
But
like
you're on the show. You shouldn't shut down. It's not a classroom. You're supposed to deal with those kinds.
Daniel,
of situations.
am I making any sense, Daniel?
No, you just wanted like a perfect setting for yourself.
Yeah, no, but I mean, there is that element, like, when you're with your mates, you can joke with each other, and like you can take the most piss out of each other because you know that there's not going to be a fallout.
Right.
Yeah. But
Right.
if you're there with people you don't like and someone takes the piss out of you, it might be misconstrued as.
Well, yeah, there's a that's kind of.
But also you're comedians.
But you're a comedian. You have a repost. Somebody attacks you, you say something back. That's what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be full of tension.
Yeah,
unexpected turns.
Yeah,
making
but yes,
people laugh.
but
you should also make our audience laugh who is watching you.
Hannah, if you don't like somebody, you're not going to have fun with them.
Well, you had 6 other people to have fun with.
I disagree.
Why do you
if you don't like someone and you have the opportunity to make fun of them, that's great.
Yeah,
but
that's what we're normally doing.
Comedians are very sensitive, though. They really are.
Well, that maybe should be a shrink beside the scene, and just try to help them cope with the situation. I don't know, or maybe the shrink should be a part of the show. Because that would be funny. The comedian would confess to shrink, and they wouldn't know that they are being recorded.
Or maybe it's just they're a better caliber of comedians in the UK version.
I think that's probably the case.
I think that is true. I mean, Bob Mortimer, David Mitchell. There's that guy Sam Campbell was very funny, and Philomena Kunk. She's so funny. I can't remember her. That's her stage name, Philomena Kunk. Man.
Yeah. She does this interviews.
Yeah. She's a killer. She's a killer. Yeah.
And she does them with a really straight face.
Yeah,
and
she's
asks
just
weird.
Brilliant. What's Philomena Kunk's name?
Goes about.
No, but her, what is it, Deborah or something?
No, that's not important. As long as we remember.
Do you think there's a part of it where, like, because I mean, I don't know how to make sense, but because Ireland's like more of a smaller scene, that people are less inclined to kind of.
Diane Morgan. Sorry, yeah.
I don't know, that people are more worried about pissing people off or something.
Yeah, well, look, Diane Morgan, sorry, shout out. Yeah, I know what you mean, that it's a small... Well, I don't know. Well, speaking of, collapsing under pressure or whatever, was it me and Jack were watching the Irish football team, and they were playing... Who were they playing, Jack?
Czech Republic.
Czech Republic. Now, everybody will say, they played really well, so we're all about, celebrating failure, you know what I mean? We came second.
we turned up,
We turned up. But the thing is, that those penalties, and I'm asking Jack, do we prepare? And I think somebody said, the Czech team prepare more than... I'm just saying that me and Jack were watching the Irish football team play the Czech Republic, okay? Now it came down
soccer team,
yeah, soccer. I don't know about soccer, football, whatever.
It's football.
Football, yeah.
But the thing is, like, even if you're not into football, it's the best of Ireland on the pitch there, representing the country, and it really does. If we win, it raises the mood, and you kind of have that feeling, I can achieve something, I can do something, And it came down to penalties, like you could see the last 2 guys who took penalties. I was saying I don't think they're gonna score a goal, and I think they did look so freaked out. Like the pressure, kind of the realization of what would happen if they didn't score the penalty. Jack. No, I'm saying don't you agree?
No, because you guys
are into your football, yeah.
You used to play.
Well.
Like I'm gonna exaggerate.
I was just checking the population of the Czech Republic, so they've got 10.91 million people, and then
really?
we've got I think 6 million in Ireland, but we get the Republic of Ireland, so we got 5 million. And when you look at the players on the Czech Republic team, they're ranked higher than us. The players are not much better, but they are better quality players. So once you go into something like penalties, which is quite... like it's luck, but it's also about technique and, having big game experience. The better team tends to win usually,
On penalties?
On penalties, yeah. Because, it's just striking a ball, and that's all about the technique. And then,
But also the psychology of it.
there is psychology, but it comes down to also like the quality is a big thing, because you could be really nervous and really but that can drive you to take a good penalty.
How difficult is it do we know how difficult it is to take a penalty,
Yeah,
Jack?
well, you should score a penalty. Like that's
You should score a goal.
because you're very close to the goal. You know, you have a big space to
Right,
hit, but
yeah.
once you put that pressure on, it's a different thing.
The pressure being
altogether. But if you're a worse player, you play in a worse division, or I mean, a lot of the Irish players, they don't. Well, not a lot of them, but like quite a few of them, they haven't played a lot this season. But I mean, it's also when you see our first 3 penalty kick takers. It was Troy Parrott, the first one. He's scored loads of goals in the Netherlands. You know,
he came up, he scored the
form.
goal. Troy Parrott.
2, Adam Ida.
Troy.
Adam
So
Ida,
what, yeah.
he hasn't played a lot of football, but he's a striker, so he's used to that. 3, Robbie Brady, who's, you know, played for Ireland for years and, you know, got us through to the Euros before. The last 2 guys, Alan Brown. I don't actually know where he plays, but you know, you could tell he didn't look confident.
No, he didn't. He was
and
he was like this, Hannah. Look. And then he's like, what's his name? I'm exaggerating. What's his name?
Alan Brown.
I'm exaggerating. Right, who wants to take the penalty? And I'll take it. Are you sure, Alan? Are you sure you're up for it? Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to do well for my country. Okay, Alan, I'm not... Okay, go on then. Okay, and then he puts the ball down. No, I'm exaggerating, but I mean, the point is that you could see in his face that he looked freaked out. And there was a little... You know, when his run up to take the thing, and it was all just off, Jack, wasn't it?
Yeah. And I mean, they kind of like, it's the type of penalty where you just, they just hit it like perfectly where the goalkeeper can save it, you know?
You're right.
So,
and then the second guy took the penalty, and I could say, Jack, he's not going to fucking take this. He's not going to score that goal. And then the Czech player after him, he was just like, you know, he was like a little member of a jazz band. He was just like, doom, 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 doom. Hey, how you doing? All right, boom. You know, no problem. And so my point is, I want to go in to the Irish team. Hello, my name's David McSavage. Who the fuck are you? You don't know anything about football. You're a fucking old, semi-successful piece of shit comedian. Like, why should we listen to you? Well, exactly. Do you know what? Because I know fuck all either. And you guys aren't scoring penalties. So let's figure it out together. And then I'd take them all to hypnotists again. And you know, hypnotists. What's the guy's name who missed the penalty?
Alan Brown.
Okay, Alan Brown. Hello, Alan Brown. Alan Brown, just listen to my voice. Just listen to my voice, okay? You're there. You're on the pitch. You're just about to, you know, kick the ball. You know, don't worry about the, you know, winning or losing. You know, it's just another penalty. There's no question. You're just gonna, you know, whatever I need to say to him to give him the confidence, where he's not, where his nerves don't assassinate his potential to do well. Hannah. Mm-hmm. Like, why can't we inject Roy Keane blood into these people? Do you think Roy Keane would miss that penalty?
Well, I mean, you could miss a penalty. Like, big players miss penalties. You know, it's what happened. But ultimately,
Roberto
I mean,
Baggio.
Cristiano Ronaldo missed a penalty in the Champions League final in
And did he cry?
And he cried. They
Cried like a baby.
Why didn't those guys cry?
And then John Terry missed in that final.
David
He slipped.
Beckham missed the penalty.
David Beckham missed the penalty. It can happen to anyone. But ultimately, they're a better team, Czech Republic. Like, slightly better. But they have better players, better quality players. And their football association is probably ran much better. They have Pavel Nedved running the Czech Football Association. He's, you know, won a Ballon d'Or. He's a legend of the game. You know, we don't have so many players like we have some legendary players.
Anyway, it was 2-2. So we did well, but up until the point that the penalties were taken.
I mean, if you look at the FAI as well as an organization, I mean, all the countries have a football association, and I mean, you know, you had your man John Delaney running the FAI. I'm pretty sure there was lots of controversy about money getting siphoned away and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And like
It's corrupt.
and when you go to other countries, like you go to, you know, England or Netherlands or any country in Europe, like the facilities to play football at an early age are much better. Like when me and my mates were playing football. Like there was a AstroTurf pitch, but you had to climb over the fence to get into it. You know, like they wouldn't let you to play on it. You know.
We need Roy Keane to run the FAI.
Definitely.
Why can't we just get Roy Keane to run it? And
he was right to walk out Saipan, from that place.
No, he wasn't. I'm sorry, but he wasn't. And but it's funny, right? The hopes and dreams of a country temporarily, even people who aren't into football, are resting on the shoulders of that person who's about to take the penalty. Okay, now. But you can't be thinking about that when you're taking the penalty. Okay, maybe I was watching Band of Brothers, right? And me and Jack were talking about. I mean, can you imagine? You're in a war situation. I mean, how the fuck are you going to cope with that? Well, they cope with that because there's a whole hierarchy and there's corporals and sergeants, whatever, and they drill these things. So they're not thinking, when they're in that situation. They're just following orders or whatever. That's maybe the wrong phrase, but. You want to apply that army discipline to fucking penalties, Jack. You want to employ... There must be some kind of curriculum whereby penalties are fucking drilled in. Every session, Daniel. Look, I'm getting animated. Am I just doing this for content? I'm not sure. But when I look over to Jack, he's...
Well, I mean, you just look at the Czech...
what people doing.
The Czech penalty kick takers are, who they play for.
Yeah, but I mean that's one thing who they play for, but you can also have they're all good players.
They're not equal level. I mean, they have a guy who plays for Bayer Leverkusen. They won the German league.
Well, okay, but I don't need to know that.
They have a guy who playing in the Premier League.
Nobody cares about all those statistics.
Guy playing in the Spanish league. But they're important.
Nobody cares about those statistics. But the point is that Ireland scored 2 goals first.
Yeah, and didn't I say when
they got out, then they ran out of breath.
They got asthmatic or whatever. They didn't have inhalers with them.
But what I'm saying, Jack, is like you said, penalties at that level, even if you're not, they're easier than they. I mean. Than those last 2 penalty takers were making it look. And so can you not train them in such a way like you would train soldiers?
Yeah, but everyone trains penalties. But
how do they train them?
But you just take them. But I mean,
you have to. No, sorry, that's what you have to do. Well, I've got it. So when they're running,
a hypnotist.
No, yeah, you need. Number 1, you need a hypnotist. Number 2, they have those assault courses and those soldiers training to be soldiers. They're crawling through the dirt and they've got bullets flying overhead. So
what they were giving soldiers during Second World War.
What you should
wine, vodka.
Okay. What you should have is as they're training to take the penalties, you should have big speakers with like that, and just desensitize them to big occasions. Okay. Is anybody on board? Daniel, thank God.
David, no, they just literally need to keep taking penalties to practice them. They just have to do it over and over again.
But it's the psychology I'm trying to get at.
Psychology. They're professional football players. They're meant to be in that environment. They're not. Daniel, Jack. They have psychologists that help them. They have a whole team around them.
Is that not a good idea to have big speakers? Okay, we're every second day. Speakers, right? Ireland, and then the thing. Yes, it's a big occasion, but you can do this. You're perfect. You have no problem. The ball is in the back of the net. You are going to do it. Listen to my voice. The ball is in the back of the net. Come on, Alan Kelly. And instead of, he's just, and done.
David, I was just wondering, have you ever experienced stage fright?
Yes.
And how did you feel?
Oh, well, the good question, the good answer is, in those moments, you have to get your nerves and imagine it's another person. So you look at your nervousness.
Is that what you did?
Well, so your nervousness, you're not going to do well. You're going to fall in your arse. You're going to blah, blah, blah. You won't be able to breathe properly, whatever the fuck. You have to almost kind of grab that. Yes, I know I'm fucking nervous, right? And I know this is a big thing. And if I fail, it's a horrible fucking thing. But I'm trying to do my best. Will you, and I'm not saying that what you're saying isn't, but will you just fucking help me do well rather than fucking assassinate my potential to do well, and just fucking, and let's work, and then we can talk about it after the job at hand I need to do. Thanks very much, Nerve. And get fucking angry with it, come on, and and then fucking, fuck you, fuck that, ball, no problem, boom, boom.
Okay, I really want to see you in action. That would be really interesting. But, I think it's enough of football.
Yeah.
You know, and what happened yesterday? What happened yesterday? A big thing happened yesterday.
April Fool.
Yeah, there was April Fool, but also NASA.
Oh yeah.
They sent
Artemis. I know there's a kid works in the vape shop near Grafton Street called Artemis. He's
Is
very,
it
very
Artemis
good.
2, isn't it? It's
Yeah,
the
Artemis
mission
2.
called.
But it's
And
not. They're not landing on the moon though. You know.
I know. They go in there just to
Have a look.
reconnaissance, and I'm just wondering.
That's a good name for a perfume, reconnaissance.
Yeah, but I'm just wondering, how come it has taken 56 years for us to have another mission?
Well, what it just shows you the power of America. You know, they're fighting a war in Iran, and then they've got enough money to send a rocket to the
I
moon.
just think NASA is different
Separate
part,
entity.
Different part of gold in America.
But yeah,
But what I'm
why is it?
saying is that in 1969, we taken the big step. Yeah.
One giant step for man.
Woman, and was
One
it a
small step.
real step?
Oh yeah, the conspiracy.
Because
Yeah, no,
how
it's-
come it's taking 56 years?
Yeah, and the Earth is flat.
No, but how come it's taken 56 years to go towards
Okay, Jack,
the moon?
go for it.
Well, what's the point of going to the moon? I guess
I don't know.
To see if you can grow strawberries.
To explore the universe.
Well, conspiracy corner. Shit, where's the conspiracy corner sound? Sorry. Is it this one?
We're not afraid of silence. Conspiracy Corner with Jack and Hannah.
Why do NASA lie about space? Well, I mean, the interesting thing about that is there's been these talks, committee hearings in America about UFO sightings, but they call them something else, some kind of universal space or moving vehicles or whatever, UMVs or something like that. Anyway, they've been having these hearings lately about, we noticed some movements of UFO-like spaceships, stuff like that. And people try and say that, hey, unite everyone against the common enemy, the aliens. Then you could do a lot of things.
Yes,
and people
yes.
won't pay attention because, hey, we got to do this because the aliens are coming.
Yeah, and
they're
there's
gonna,
a common thread.
And they're going to probe you. Do you want to get probed? Well, listen to us.
It's funny, we're so obsessed with trying to find life on other planets. We're looking out into the galaxy, other galaxies, these really high-powered telescopes, and we're trying to find this and the other. And, there doesn't seem to there's got to be life, on other planets. Meanwhile, there isn't, right? There's no sign of life on other planets, and there's no sign of, higher forms of life. And so that tells you that we're the fucking aliens. We shouldn't be here at all. It's a total fluke that we exist. And we're looking out, trying to find life. And meanwhile, we're ignoring the fact that we are aliens. Look at this.
We're human and aliens at the same time. Yeah.
We are going to have the Air Force and we are going to have the Space Force.
Space.
But, do you remember the astronauts in 1969, the way they looked?
Yeah.
The way, the costume they have.
Yeah.
They were like those babies, walking.
Okay, and what's your point?
No, my point is that technology was probably not even possible for them to land on the moon.
Okay. So why? Okay. So why did they say they did when they didn't? To try and
because
they were
it was a Cold War, because they wanted to present themselves more powerful than Russia, the communists.
So they tricked Russia into believing that they'd landed on the moon.
Yeah, probably.
What about Sting from Police? What about that song? I hope my legs don't break walking on the moon. What about that? Does that not give you? Oh, what does Sting know?
There's a message in a bottle that will tell you all the answers.
As well. Yeah, if we get that message from the bottle, we will know what was happening.
How long have you been broadcasting, Daniel?
40 minutes.
Oh my God.
Did we get any good comments from me adoring a podcast, Jack?
Well, I think the content of that podcast doesn't lend itself to humorous comments, but I'll have a look. I'll have a look.
Sound of a pigeon. It's funny. The pigeon sometimes perch on the chimney, and they go, "Oh, oh, oh," and it sort of echoes down the what do you call the chimney spout?
And does it bother you or inspire you or
Inspire you.
I don't know. Like,
Mia mentions girls of under 18 working on that website. If this is not true, all of you risk getting sued. Mark Young, 405.
If this is not true,
Yeah, that we risk getting sued for defamation. I don't know.
sued by the huh? That's a weird thing to say.
Any
isn't it?
Girl, Mia's book, is an incredibly important book for understanding this horrific system of dehumanization and torture. That's Matthew Light, E5X.
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't be reading out these
okay.
comments. Or maybe we should. I don't know. What do you think? Huh?
Okay, you know, we just have few and
Peus 78. What's the crack? Huge supporter from Polska here. Dzień dobry.
dzień dobry.
Dzień dobry.
About our St. Patrick's Day podcast, we had a discussion about Daniel O'Donnell, and Una O'Connor says, yes, please have Daniel on. He might distract ye from your phones.
Yeah, from your phones, Jack.
Um,
Don't talk about Daniel's phone.
No, it's just like Jack is looking up stuff. Nobody see him. Stop commenting.
Cultivate Adaptability says, is it a wig or hair transplant, David?
My wig, my hair.
Yeah, it's really looking weird.
Well,
and
because
also,
it's dyed. It was for a film.
You constantly have a hood on, and you look like overgrown baby.
Oh,
Is that a syndrome?
we were asking a Irish man in Japan about what's the crack with Irish man in Japan. He replied, "Thanks for reading my comment. It made my day. My wife is."
Don't turn the heat on.
Why?
It's cold. It's too hot.
Good temperature.
Well, I'm cold. My legs are cold.
You're not cold. You're yawning because you're too hot.
Currently, David is putting on the heating because his legs are cold.
Daniel, don't.
But the room is really, you know, the lights are really hot. Didn't you sleep, or you just, you know, you're getting sleepy? That means that you're hot. You're boring yourself.
Emotional damage.
Can you read that one from Man from Japan?
Irish man in Japan says, "Thanks for reading my comment. It made my day. My wife is Japanese, so I work with her part-time stretching canvas. She's an artist, and for her family on their orange farms. I pretty much married the culture version of a Japanese woman."
Her family own orange farms.
Yes. And Shane Gallagher said, "I'm only commenting to be considered to attend a live podcast at the house in the future. Listening since day one, love this pod. Hope having guests at a live pod is seriously considered. Cheers to you all." Well, Shane Gallagher, you'll be the first to know
Yes,
if that ever happens.
we
I think I'm
like
turning
it.
Japanese. I think I'm turning Japanese. I really think so. I think I'm turning Japanese. I think I'm turning Japanese. I really think so.
They are much more polite and subdued, and they bow all the time.
I like this comment from Democracy Manifest. When David finally gets busted by revenue, and that's why we're not together.
Okay, can we stop reading comments?
Okay.
I feel like, you know, I feel like I come up with, you know, certain ideas, and I feel like
About
people
what?
don't agree with them.
About football.
Taking penalties.
Yeah, but like you have no clue about soccer, and you refused to play soccer when you were growing up.
Do you know what I
Is
mean?
that
Jack,
true?
please, Jack.
So why would you
Is
even-
anybody on my side? Speaking about teams, like if I was playing a football game now, it'd be just...
You would not be allowed to play football. That's the first thing.
We should, you know what we should do, Daniel and Jack? We should go down and see how difficult it is to score a penalty.
Yeah.
You should go down to the.
Do a video.
Yeah, do a video.
quite
yeah.
funny.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's see how like me at my age. How difficult is it to score a fucking penalty?
I was good in goals as well, so I can be. I always chipped in going in as a keeper, so.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be a tricky one.
You were a good keeper, weren't you?
Yeah. If I ever needed to go into goals, I'd go in.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because I lived in Japan for a year and a half, and but I'm slightly obsessed with selvage denim. I kind of got into it, I think, because I heard Bobby Lee, who does a great podcast called Tiger Belly, and he was talking about selvage denim, and then I started looking it up, and I did a deep dive on my computer, and the place where they produce really good quality denim and they make it with looms, so the quality of the denim has much more of a texture to it than machine-made denim. It would be the equivalent of that time when I walked into Onyo Mall's beautiful place in Galway and Shop Street. It's closed down, and I was wearing a machine-made Aran cardigan. I didn't know anything about Aran cardigans, and she said, "That's machine-made. I can tell immediately."
And your heart sunk.
And she started explaining to me about the difference between handmade cardigans, and but these people are fewer and fewer who may make handmade Aran cardigans, and I'd be saying, when am I going to?
I can actually make you a cardigan.
Can you make a cardigan?
I can knit.
And they talked about these knitters on the Aran Islands who, she's a bit uncontactable at the moment. But anyway, it's the same with that selvage denim. The difference between that denim and machine-made denim, it's quite stark, the contrast. And but it's a great feeling, that fabric. But in Japan they have lots of, they have Ironheart, I think is Japanese, Momotaro. There's lots of different jeans manufacturers in Japan, and I'd love to go over there.
You think you can lay around my house all day doing fuck all? Go find a fucking job, you fucking sausage roll looking twat.
Yeah, because you twatting us, you boring us to death.
Hannah, are you not into denim?
Yeah, I am into denim, but you haven't been
D'artisan.
into denim.
I think you
artisan.
only like it because of Bobby Lee.
Yeah.
Well, that's how I got into it. No, have I not been
I
obsessed?
love Bobby Lee.
Have I not been obsessed by denim shirts?
Yeah, just because Bobby Lee. And
Oh,
that's
whatever.
Why, there's a lot of things you can. There's
God, it's unbelievable, Jack. Anything, I feel they're against me. Everyone's against me. Man.
Yeah, but say something interesting. I was on the plane and I've seen that movie Begonia, and I really liked it. Have you seen it? With Emma Stone and what's his
What's the word? You know the way they say "you complete me." You incomplete me.
Well, I shouldn't complete you. Maybe we.
Oh, that's more interesting than denim. I was on a plane and I watched a film. Boring.
No, I'm not. The act
Wait,
might be boring.
don't be-
And that's why we're not together.
So good.
Yeah.
What a great laugh. What's his name again?
Gilbert Gottfried.
Oh,
Let me hear it. Keep it going. Keep it going. Gilbert Gottfried.
But he's got his similar laughter to this other comedian who is bald. What's his name? He's quite American.
Oh, Roastmaster.
He talks a lot about
Oh, Bill
relationship.
Burr.
Bill Burr. Bill Burr
Yeah.
has similar laughter.
Jeff Ross. New special on Netflix.
Lost his credibility a bit, Bill Burr, with his Saudi
What did he say?
Because he was going on always about people performing in Saudi Arabia,
And then he went.
and then he went.
Oh,
he was saying something
money boys.
He was saying something about, I think it was Mariah Carey or something, went over and he's like, "You taking that blood money?" And then he just went when he saw the paycheck.
Yeah.
It's so funny though. Everyone's so moralistic until
they do it
until it's their
They
it's
smell
their
the
turn.
money.
Mm.
Would you go to Saudi Arabia to perform?
Well,
In a second, like what do you say? In a flick? No, in a
heartbeat.
In a heartbeat.
yeah. Well, you would tell me to go, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Well, what would be the price that I would be paid?
Anything like if they give you €50,000.
No, it would have to be for
For what? For charity?
$500,000.
Oh, isn't 50,000 not a lot of money for one gig? For
And
like
then
an hour?
I'd give some of it to whatever.
Would you stop, David? Stop.
But it's funny, like, anyway. Well, I don't know. I don't know about that, actually.
No?
I'm not sure. Like, when I was young...
You're not
when
sure?
I was young, there's no
Would you
way.
perform for the royal family?
When I was young, I was much more... I had... My values, I think, were a lot strong. I think I...
Yeah, you were just stupid, I think. Oh yeah, there's a good question. Would you perform for the royal family? Daniel just asked you.
Of Saudi.
Oh no, English.
Yeah.
Would you?
Yeah, it's never going to happen, so I don't even have to...
Yeah, but
I don't even have to think about answering that question.
Yeah, like presumably you are asked to perform in front of Prince Charles and Camilla, and there'll be Prince Andrew hiding behind a column, peeping out, looking at you. Would you do that?
I don't know. I don't know. Would you?
Yeah, I would sing, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's try and... last one laughing, you're trying to make each other laugh, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so you try and make me laugh. Okay, give me some theme tune. Hannah's going to try and make me laugh.
No, you'd make me laugh.
No, you go.
Okay, I'll try.
Oh, will I do it first?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Wait, let me find a theme tune.
Oh, just by singing?
Huh?
Huh? I hate... Huh?
Huh? What? Welcome to...
Sorry, I didn't realize they would do that.
Thomas the Tank.
Yeah.
Welcome to Make Hannah and David Laugh.
Name that tune.
That's name that tune, Jack. Okay, we got it. Just... Okay, make Hannah and David laugh. Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to try. Okay, ready? Mm-hmm. Hi, Hannah.
Hello.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I can see how...
Are you laughing? Look, she laughed. You did. You went like, me. Okay, I made you laugh. Go on. Okay, you try and make me laugh.
David?
Mm-hmm.
It worked.
It's silly.
Yeah, that's right. It's called Last One Laughing. That's the point of it.
No, but like in a normal situation, you would come up with, like you wouldn't
That's
laugh.
it. It doesn't matter the fuck.
Uh,
Okay, do it again. Make Jack laugh this time. Okay, go on. Do. Make Jack laugh, Hannah. Jack, stop smiling, Jack.
Jack is laughing before.
Yeah,
you
before
even
the
do
bloody
it.
thing. You remember that
'Cause
time
he
in
can't.
Savage Eye and he was laughing? I said, stop laughing, and then I made him cry. Such an asshole.
Yeah, you are an asshole.
It worked. It worked.
Oh,
the,
yeah?
the ends justified the means.
Yes. Stop, puffing that vape, because you make everybody sick.
Hey, don't forget, guys, take a shot every time David smokes his vape. It's part of the And That's Why We're Not Together drinking game.
And that's why we're not together drinking game. Okay, tell me a joke, Hannah.
Tell me a joke. Just have some empty head.
Did you hear about the gay shark?
No.
Dun, 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 Da, 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 da. Oh, pretty baby. You don't even know what. That's funny.
It's not funny.
Okay, I'm going to try and make you laugh again.
It's not
Okay.
funny. It's just like, you know,
Okay, you ready?
it's very unintellectually funny.
Hi, Hannah.
Hi.
What's it like being a tree?
I think it's peaceful.
Yeah? What happens if I fucking chopped you down?
I still will have my roots.
Oh, shut up. Okay, come on. Where are we going, guys? How long have we been broadcasting?
56 minutes.
Okay.
I think that's enough. Why didn't you want to talk about this movie Begonia? Did you
Oh,
see
yeah,
it?
I did see it. Yeah, no, it's very clever. Great premise. I also saw a film. I've been to Stella Cinema the past few times, and I really like it. It's really nice.
You like the ambience?
Yeah, and
Are people eating food?
oh
I
yeah,
don't
that's
like the smell.
no, that's the only thing. Yeah, no,
You
some
know,
people,
I
some
don't
people
like
have,
the waiter going in front of you with the food. Like, no,
yeah.
I really don't. I like the seats and actually sometimes on the upper floor when you're sitting down in a comfortable chairs, you've got, because there's a plexiglass protecting you from falling over.
Oh, Jesus.
It has to be, you know, for security, and that annoys me as well.
Well, anyway, I saw a great film with Ryan Gosling called Project Hail Mary.
Oh, was it good? Yeah.
Oh, so good, Daniel.
Yeah.
Really, I mean,
I have to,
well, I just, it's such a wonderful.
Did you see it in the cinema?
Yeah, I saw it in the cinema. I think I went on my own, and yeah, fantastic. I love sci-fi. I mean,
Don't give it away. I want to see it.
well, I won't give it away. He's in a league of his own. That guy. He has his way of performing, but he's such a natural. And I think they must have worked so hard on that, because the scenes in that film. Anyway, that type of film is right up my Strasse. Oh yeah, God. Also, when I was there was a woman from Germany at the gig in Sea Church, and I was going on about an experience I had when I was arrested in Munich, you know, back in the 90s, and I was in a holding cell for a night. I'm not going to say what I said on the night, but it was like, you know, the exact opposite to a laugh. Where it was like, fucking hell. So anyway, sure, look at the only outcome is defeat when you're your own worst enemy, says you.
yeah, that's your thing, isn't it?
Did you ever see Drive, that Ryan Gosling movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, I always wanted to be like him in Drive, you know, like really just like, you know, you ask
So
me,
cool.
like, you know, just ask me like, how are you?
How are you? Yeah, right. He just.
Good.
Oh, right.
Yeah. But you have to like, you can't just like be like that sometimes. You
You
know,
have to
you
keep
have
it.
to like inhabit that character
Yeah.
all the time. Like you can't just be like, hey, how's it going?
Was he married to Ava Mendes? He was in a film called The Pines. He also played a really good role. He's he's got a touch of the Steve McQueen's about him. Or you wouldn't know who
and
that is.
You know, like he
Because-
can actually look unattractive and then attractive. It's a lot of, well, he's got a good body and posture, but like there were some of his first movies, like you wouldn't think that he's very attractive.
Yeah, and he's an intensely likable guy. You see him in interviews. He's also got times. You see, I don't like, you know, you see these pictures of videos, clips of actors who are pissed off. That's your fucking job. What is it? Roy Keane, that's your fucking job. Like, your job is not only to act, but it's also to promote the fucking thing. And isn't it lucky that somebody's looking after you and putting you in a place where you do the interviews? But I know what you mean. Now, sometimes people can ask you dumb questions, and you're trying to figure out a way to shoehorn some kind of intelligent answer. So it can be very difficult. But you know, like when well, I suppose the stars at a certain level. I'm nowhere near that, but you know, like when some stars, when they go out onto the street, they just get inundated. So
Yeah, but like it's part of your contract to
Yeah,
promote the
you-
movie, and I think Americans are very good at that. Most of Americans.
But I'm
because-
always very happy genuinely, when I meet people who recognize me or like what I do,
Because no many do.
not many do, right?
It's just, remember Britney Spears when she went like at the peak of her career, she could not go anywhere. She was actually, there were people walking with like a big sheet of something to cover her from the public or from other people to seeing. Like she was entering the shop like Harvey Nichols or whatever, they closed it especially for her.
Or this thing, you ever see these guys with those little torches that flash, that fuck up the cameras? But you know what I mean? I think in general, it's just a sign that you're doing well and people appreciate you. So like, to me, it's kind of like, guys, what are you talking about? Yeah, sure, I'll sign whatever the fuck or
Well,
get a photo. That's your job. I mean, because it's it's part. Literally, I'm not just saying it. It's actually part of your.
There was a recent controversy with this singer. I've never heard her music, Chappell Roan, and it was someone's daughter. I forget but a famous person's daughter, and she was a young girl, like 10 or 12, and she didn't even go up and talk to her. She kind of walked past her table to like see if it was her. And then basically, she got her security guard or one of her team. I don't know if she did it herself, but one of her team went over to the kid with her family and basically berated her. You know, like you shouldn't be doing this. Like, you know, you're invading someone's privacy. And then, you know, the girl's like in tears. You know, her whole image of her idol is destroyed. But then it was in Brazil, and the mayor of the town or the city she was in basically took her off the festival because of it. You know?
Wait a second. So
I think everyone online is now saying Chappell Roan hates kids or whatever.
so the kid went up to this performer, correct?
I'm gonna find out the details.
Is there a video of it? Obviously, there's a video.
I don't think so.
Okay, so the details. So the kid. Sorry, I didn't. And we're going to finish on this one, folks. So just hang on in there for this controversy.
Did you not understand the story? No.
I just want to go into more details.
I actually was a little bit confused because you said you didn't. I thought didn't get it that little kid went out to the performer and wanted autograph, or photo or whatever. Nobody takes photographs and autographs anymore. It's just like selfie, yeah?
Yeah. She apparently the kid didn't ask for a selfie or anything.
The kid just came
Sorry,
up.
so Chappell Roan was in Brazil. She was at some restaurant. A kid spots her, goes up to her for an autograph, correct?
Yeah. No, it doesn't even go for an autograph, I don't think.
Just wants to look at her up close.
How old is the kid?
Let me see.
Well, it doesn't matter. Okay, so I'm just trying to see. So I'm there having my dinner. You just look at me while I'm having dinner.
It's Jude Law's daughter.
Who's Jude Law's daughter?
The kid.
Who went up to the Chappell Roan?
Yeah, she just like walked by or something.
Yeah.
And she was like staring at her.
Okay, yeah, go on.
Jude Law is, she's probably
go on,
used
and then
to
Chappell
big
Roan said
stars because
Fuck
Jude
off.
Law
And
is
no,
quite
Chappell
famous.
Roan didn't say anything, but her security guards came up to the wife and the 11-year-old daughter and like berated them aggressively, you know.
Yeah.
And then and this one, Catherine Harding, her husband right now is a footballer called Jorginho, and he's Brazilian, and this was in Rio. So then, you know, the mayor of Rio found out about it, and
but it's got nothing to do with Chappell Roan. Then
he
it's to do
banned
with
her from performing at the festival.
But it's
Todo Mundo no Rio.
But it's her fucking security guard.
Yeah,
then.
but she's the boss. You know,
but
it's your entourage.
But she mightn't have known about it.
I don't know.
I don't know. I think,
but like, I think it was some.
So we
what
don't
I
know
get?
what the fuck is
there
going on.
There was some privileged, probably restaurant where the stars hang out. Jude Law with like all these offsprings and the singer and somebody else. And then all of a sudden is who is a bigger celebrity? you know, and the little kid got, you know, caught in the middle.
Well, look, I'm sorry to end on this very confusing story. Okay, so basically
It's
what
all
I
the
can make from it is
rumours.
Chappell Roan is having a fucking salad in a fucking restaurant. There's security guards on having a nervous breakdown or whatever, or wants to justify his existence, and then goes up to the mother and I don't know how the kid. What did the kid do? Did the kid
But it
say
was
something?
Jude Law.
Don't
daughter.
care. It doesn't matter.
Well,
Whatever.
The kid just like walked past. Like it's the kind of thing where like you try. Is that her?
Yeah,
Like,
right.
You're
Okay.
just walking past.
Excuse
having
me.
a
It's very inappropriate for you and your daughter to be staring at my client. And then was your one eating her salad? Did she notice it? How
And
far
he
away?
choked. She choked on,
Okay,
this, on
so
the
we don't know.
peanut.
But I
Oh.
saw another video. Like this is like a theme of hers because she said something about. She famously stated that she is only at work when performing or doing press. At any other time, she is clocked out and does not owe fans photos, hugs, or time.
Oh well, she's
Yeah, I
not
mean-
gonna do well. People will start.
But then I saw another video of her walking through an airport and she's with this bodyguard. He's very aggressive and like people are recording her and the bodyguard's kind of going like, "Stop recording! Put that camera down! Put that camera down!" You know, but. If you're in a public place, you know it's not illegal to record people. Sorry, you know, you see it all the time. People getting annoyed at being recorded, you know. But unfortunately, that's the
we
way
just
it is.
advising her to actually start
Oh, look, wait a
liking
sec.
the public.
No, I think she should keep going because it creates a lot of content and stuff.
Wait, look at this.
Disregarded as a human. This is what it's like. So I'm just trying to go to dinner, and I've asked these people several times to get away from me.
Okay, but we can't see those. You just.
And they will not. They're hiding their face because they're ashamed. Because I've asked them.
She's lost the plot altogether, that one.
But is she really young as well?
Well, look at her. I
Isn't
mean,
she?
you know, so you have these fans. You can see the fans don't have a fucking clue what's going on. And your one's got this weird passive-aggressive grin on her face. These people, I'm just trying to go to dinner. And they're just waiting around.
But just
Yeah, because
show
you're a
me,
fucking
show me
star.
how-
I mean, it's a side effect of being brilliant at what you do. And you can see those innocent fucking kids. And they're kind of,
Yeah,
these
they're
people are waiting and they're
besotted.
harassing me and berating me. And then you can just see the guy going, hi.
yeah.
Look.
But I think also like I think also like being, you know, people are very afraid nowadays of social interactions and everything. So, you know, because you hear a lot of bad things and, you know, people are kind of socially anxious or whatever. So she might have like a anxiety being around a lot of people and stuff like that. And
yeah, and also that's a level that
freaked out,
most
yeah.
people have no idea. So maybe it's like constant. Every time she goes out, she's got people.
but remember
Yeah, but like,
we watched
that's
the
what happened to Britney Spears. She couldn't get out of the house.
and look at her now.
And look at her now.
But I don't-
She's
unless it's
dancing
actually
in
a
front
day-
of
but-
camera.
but
Like,
unless
what
it's
happened to Britney Spears? Did you
unless-
see her?
oh yeah,
Did you see her Instagram?
that goes into the couldn't give a fuck file. No, but hang on a second. The thing is, right? If you need a security guard, but as long as she feels like she's
You
not.
actually made me laugh. Finally.
If she feels unsafe, that's one thing. But you know, if you're just going to a restaurant and there are people there and they're cheering you on,
I wouldn't give
I'm
a
like
fuck.
going, thanks a million. Cheers, no problem. But I don't know what she makes it a problem.
I know.
It doesn't need to be.
She's
Unless-
uptight.
Yeah, she's
Well,
upset.
I remember we watched that Elvis, the new Elvis movie. It was about the concerts.
Epic.
Epic, yeah. But when you see Elvis, you know, he's just getting swarmed, but he's just
Oh,
having a great time.
yeah.
You know, and all these women are coming up to him,
Yeah,
kissing
yeah,
him, and
yeah.
he's just like, "Hey, okay," you know,
Oh,
and he's just smiling, happy, smile on his face. And I think when you do that, it chills everyone out.
Yes,
Like if
yeah,
you take yourself less seriously, like Elvis is just having a fun time, you know, whatever. I know he's got some personal issues or whatever, but in his
But he loved every minute of
So
it.
there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Chappell Roan needs to
We're
seek.
gonna have her on our podcast. and-
Chappell Roan needs to seek the nature of Elvis Presley when it comes to interacting with fans. Prince Daniel.
Chappell Roan.
like
thank you to-
chaperone.
Chappell Roan, thank you for coming on to the podcast. First question: what's wrong with you?
Yeah, where'd you get your
You
inspiration
don't
from?
like the
Okay,
kids?
and thank you,
Where'd
Hannah.
you get your ideas from?
Thank you, Hannah. Thank you for preparing for this podcast. Okay,